And I came live to you yesterday on Facebook. If you haven't seen that one, go over there and follow my Facebook page. Get rid of the gum. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on here for a few minutes and tell you that I've got a big weekend happening. I am going to be in Indianapolis May 8th. That's coming up. And then Warsaw, Indiana, May 9th. And then Lake Delton, Wisconsin, good night, May, May the 10th. And to not forget my hometown birthday bash. My goodness, it's going to be fun. June 27th and 28th. And go to marklowry.com for more information, y'all. I hope to see you there. I enjoy seeing you here on the YouTube and the Facebook. And come on in here, everybody. We're just going to have a chat. Hello, Rebecca Wheeler, Amy Todd, Nancy Charles from Norton, Michigan, somewhere. Helen, Nancy, Diney over there in the Netherlands. Hey, Diney. Joey, good night, everybody. Come on in. I don't really have much more to say. I'm going to have dinner tonight. I had a good time last night with Lynn Kiesecker and Paul Johnson. Lynn Kiesecker used to be the producer of my albums and videos back in the day. When I'm reading your comments as they're going by, I'm trying to. I did get new glasses. I don't know why I'm telling you that, because I've been doing this and y'all been critiquing me, and now I don't have to do that. But anyway, I had Lynn Kiesecker and Paul Johnson. Lynn was, I'm on my bus, Pamela. She just asked, where are you, Mark? I'm in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. And tonight we're headed to Gatlinburg. But anyway, ADD. I shouldn't read the comments while I'm talking to you, I guess. But anyway, so I'm going to Gatlinburg tonight. The bus leaves. But Lynn was the one who produced Face in This World. Do you remember that video? Google Mark Lowry, Face in This World. He produced all those videos for Word, my solo videos. And he was a great guy, and hadn't seen him in years. Hello, Mark. My name is Mary. I live near American Music Theater. I love that theater, Mary. Glad you're watching. Hello, Lisa Carlson. Glasses look good. Well, the glass frames are the same. It's the lenses. I went and had an eye appointment and had to get a prescription upgrade. Mark, since you know what it's like, Eric Bureau's asking, I have a loved one with dementia. Keep my wife Pam in your prayer. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Eric. I'm so sorry. I have a friend whose wife is going through that very same thing, and it's tough. I watched my dad take care of my mom as long as he could, and then we helped him find her a great nursing home for her to spend the last 7 months of her life. And it was a good one. The good news is there are good nursing homes now, you know? You don't have to worry. I used to hear my parents just worry and say, don't you ever send me there. Well, there are good ones now. And Mama never knew she's in a nursing home. We told her she's in the hospital waiting on the test to come back. And that satisfied her every time she asked. And she might ask 3 times in a row. But as soon as the tests are back, we're going home, and she's fine. Listen, I know you're not supposed to lie to your mother, but when she's got dementia, lie to her. Be her father if she thinks you're her father. She thought I was her father one time because I do look like him. He's passed now, of course, but I don't have any problem with that. When they got dementia, you do whatever you can to relieve any of their stress. Oh my goodness, that's what I think. Now, I could be wrong. I'm no doctor. I'm no psychiatrist. Have you live today? God bless. Yeah, Catherine, I'm live. Catherine Carlucci. I am live. Are you coming to Pennsylvania soon? You know, I have no idea. What you've got to do is the same thing I do. Go to marklowry.com and go to the tour page, Tour, tour, and my schedule is there. It's up to date. And also make sure if you come to one of my concerts, you buy your tickets from my website so you don't get scammed. You know, there's scammers out there, right? And some of those websites that sell tickets are jacking the prices way up or they're scamming altogether. But the proper link to buy your tickets for any Mark Lowry show is marklowry.com. I want to make sure you know that. And I hope to see you at one of the concerts soon. Ooh, the lights just flashed. Hey, Nelson. I want to see that name again, see if I can pronounce it. She writes me all the time, where'd it go? I'm on my phone, so it's kind of hard to see. Okay, wait, where'd she go? Nelsaline. Is that how you pronounce it? Nelsaline Braga. Is there a possibility of you coming to Brazil, Mark? Probably not. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. Anywhere you have to use your passport, I'd rather just see y'all online. You know, I love you and all, but I'm too old to go to all that traveling and standing in line to use your passport. I haven't seen all of America yet. I need to see all of America first. I haven't been to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I haven't been to Montana much because there aren't any people there. But it sure is pretty. There's some. Maine, I love Maine, Liz K. I love the lobsters y'all have up there. Let me see what other comments. We'll just answer some questions today if you had any. Just started watching your Singalongs. I listen to them while I clean the house. Reminds me of growing up with my grandpa as the pastor of my church. Caitlin McGraw, thank you for watching. Thank y'all for watching my Singalongs on Just Whenever when I'm home. Make sure you've subscribed to this channel, YouTube, and ring the bell for all notifications. There's a little bell you click on, and you want all notifications. So when I do go live, I'm sure there's 146 of you watching right now on YouTube, because I'm only on YouTube. I'm not on Facebook right now. When I'm on the road, I can't go live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. If you know of an app that will allow me to log into my YouTube and Facebook at the same time on my phone, put it in the comments, because I will go back and read all these comments. I hope I can. I think YouTube saves all the comments, don't they? Netherlands Diney is not on my list of. I mean, you know, if you could fax me over. They don't even have fax machines anymore. If you could email me, I'd love to go. See, it's not the being there that bothers me. It's the traveling. I don't want to get in a plane for hours upon hours anymore. You know, Nancy Charles says, oh, you are young. Well, compared to what, Nancy? Compared to a dog, I'm really old. Compared to eternity, I've barely gotten started. Please come back to Tifton, Georgia. I'd love to. Are you ever going to come back to Ontario? I'm telling all of y'all that keep asking me these questions about where I'm going to be. Go to marklowry.com. But Ontario, I have to use my passport. But I might. That's not a big, long flight or nothing. 25 years old from Maryland here. Hey, Kiefer Quandale. I love your music, Gaither, and solo shows. Thank you, Kiefer. That's nice to hear from some young people every now and then. Hey, Mark, I've always liked listening to your music and comedy. I'm Catholic, but I like it, but I really don't go to church anymore because me and some friends were abused at the Presbyterian church. Oh my gosh, I hate that Memphis. I'm so sorry, but not all churches are like that. What is your favorite bit? Stand up. Let me see this question. Katie Hancock. What is your favorite bit from your stand-up over the years? Mine is, I am the bride of Christ, and he has pictured me in my wedding dress. That'll make you postpone the wedding. I remember that. I don't know. really, because they didn't start out to be monologues. You know, I mean, I was just talking between songs, and people started laughing, and I thought, well, I must be on to something. And because when God called me to do this, He didn't say anything about comedy. He called me into music. I felt called into music. But I had to do something while the little old man in the back of the church was changing those cassette soundtracks, so I started talking. And the more I talked, the better they listened. So I talked more between the songs, sang less, but the songs like became exclamation points to the stories. But probably one of my favorite stories, and I had to break a leg to get it, was the motorcycle wreck. I like that one. Seems like I have to go through broken bones, van wreck, tumor surgeries. What else have I gone through to get good stories? A dysfunctional childhood. I was ADD before they knew how to abbreviate it. That was a long time ago. And oh, I didn't answer your question yesterday. Aren't you afraid alone? Oh no, Diney, I'm not. I'm not afraid. This bus locks up tight, and the bus lot that I'm in also has a gate. You can't get in without the code, so I'm very safe here. Hey, Mark, 30 years old from Memphis. My wife and I are massive fans. Been to several of your shows. Hope to see you again soon, buddy. Thank you, Austin Winder. I presume it's Winder, not Winder. It could be Winder, but I bet it's Winder. Uh, Mara Revere says, author here. If I emailed you, would you write a blog post for my Christian blog? Probably not. Mara, I'm sorry. I barely get everything I got to get done around here. I'm sorry. Yvonne Masters, agree. Feet are too far off the ground in planes. Oh, I see. How am I, Kayla Phelps? I'm great. Thank you. I'll be 60 this year, Proverbs 27:17 says. Why don't people put their names on the YouTube pages or how? Why? I mean, I'm sure Proverbs 27:17, but I don't know, is a good scripture. That in you. Are you male? Are you female? Are you old? Are you young? Are you. Anyway. Um, Let me at church. There's only 3 people younger than her at church. Nothing wrong with that. Be the wise one. Be the one that helps them. Did you ever meet Dottie Rambo? Oh, yes, yes. I've loved them since I was a kid, you know. I was the biggest Rambo fan. Singing Rambos, woo, they changed my world when I was about 11, when I first heard them sing. And then when I grew up and got in the vocal band, I got to know Dottie real well. Uh, and Buck and Reba, and we'd go over to their house and eat. In fact, one night, to Buck, Dottie, and Reba and Donnie McGuire's house, one night, they cooked dinner for me. And I was over there and we had a great meal. It was a master class in a meal, I tell you. It was delicious. And then I saw, this must have been 80. Oh, wait, it must have been, it had to be after 88 because I joined the vocal band in 88. It must have been about 91. And they had an old-fashioned VHS camcorder that you rest on your shoulder and you look through a little thing right here, and then you put the VHS in it, and it was just sitting there, and I'd never seen one. And so I said, hey, why don't y'all sing? Because they hadn't listened. The singing Rambos, Buck, Dottie, and Reba, had not sung together, they told me that night, in 10 years. 10! They hadn't sung together. They quit. The greatest trio that ever breathed a breath quit. Anyway, 10 years later, I'm at their house. There's the video camera. I demand that they get on, that Donnie gets on the piano, Buck, Dottie, and Reba. See, it was Buck, yeah, Dottie. No, Buck, Reba, and Dottie. Dottie was in the and I recorded them that night. I made Dee Dee Oldham sit on a piano bench, and you can hear it squeaking as she moves around. And she recorded with the microphone on that VHS 1991 camera recorder. I took the video home, uploaded it to YouTube, And if you've never seen it, go watch it. The sound was incredible. Their singing was incredible. They sang together. They ended together. The pitch was perfect. They breathed together. Everything about it was what I remembered from my childhood. It was an amazing night. And I uploaded it, and it happened to be the very last time they ever sang together. Go watch it. It's on this YouTube channel right here, the one you're watching. Just go in YouTube and search Mark Lowry singing Rambos, and I bet it'll come up. Mine was Pivot on Your Good Foot, Cassie Official says. Her favorite story, or his, Cassie, I presume is a girl, is Pivot on Your Good Foot. That's a story. And see, all of my stories are true, y'all. I went through a van wreck. 1977, I was a student in college, and that was after the Lord had called me to do this, and I started traveling with an evangelist. I was the singer, he was the preacher. David Musselman was the piano player, and we traveled. Well, Charles Hughes, the preacher, booked all the meetings, and he'd take a world map and a yardstick, and if it reached, he thought we could drive it in a weekend. So we were headed from Lynchburg, Virginia to Tioga Center, New York. See how far I got to keep going? And we had to be back in school on Monday. It was just a weekend. So we take off at midnight. We get as far as Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Charles and Dave and I were all sound asleep, and so was our driver. Evidently, because he was kind of gliding on the ice and the road, and it was bad. Anyway, you can Google that too. It's a long story. But I broke 11 bones. The preacher was in a... yes, I am alone on the bus, Diney. I am alone. But when I travel... I'm sorry, Susan Norwood. I'm reading your comment. To Diney. You're talking to Diney. I love how y'all talk amongst yourselves while I'm trying to tell you a story. Anyway, there's a driver when I travel, and there's Q, my road manager, when I travel. But when I'm in town, I stay here by myself. But it is so protected. I'm safer here than I am in a hotel. Y'all quit worrying about me. I'm 67. I actually saved a postcard you signed for me, and my brother mailed it to me, who signed it in Colorado in 95, way back. One thing I started doing early on when people asked me to sign things. Early on, they'd ask me to sign Bibles, because that was a big thing in our church. The Independent Baptists, we always got the preachers, the traveling evangelists or singers to sign our Bibles. But I always put the year. So when people bring me back stuff I signed, I can see what year I signed it. I signed my name and the year. I've always done that. Watching from Gilbert, Arizona. All right. Your July month program. I don't know what that means. Enjoyed seeing you in Greensboro. My favorite bit of yours is one day God will use you, but until he does, take this pill. Okay, that is a story. Well, I talk about how Mama used to tuck me into bed every night after I'd had my spanking, because I got a spanking just about every night. But before she'd tuck me in, as she's tucking me in every night, she'd say, one day God's going to use you. And I went to bed dreaming about it. And then I added, I'll admit she never did this. I did add this. But until he does, take this pill. Because I was on Ritalin, so it's... See, you can embellish a story, and it's not lying. It makes it funnier. But she took me in every night. And I tell you, you grandparents that are watching me right now, tell your grandparents. I tell Colin all the time, God's going to use you one day. God's going to use you. I want him to know that. I want his mama to tell him. I want everybody to tell him. Tell them. They'll believe it. Even if you don't believe it, they'll believe it. Because, there's some kids, you're flat out lying if you think God's going to use them, but they'll believe it. Because they're so bad, maybe, you think. I would have had Sue Dodge sign my Bible at women's camp. Don't you love Sue Dodge, Faye Ann, 1969? I love her too. I'm reading your comments. Give me a second. State New York. The sound comes on and off. I don't know why, Diney. I'm not doing anything but talking to y'all. Sometimes they say when the sound goes off, go out and come back in and it'll pop back on. You can try that if you can hear me. God can use anybody willing, Sherry Algood says. Isn't that the truth? God doesn't need ability. He needs availability. We don't have to be able to do anything, really. I mean, it helps. I mean, you should practice your gifts. You know, if you sing, you should rehearse and practice. I rehearsed a lot growing up. I don't rehearse at all now. But, yeah, God will use you if you're, you know. How many times have you nailed a nail into the wall of your home and you used the heel of your shoe? Have you ever done that? You got a nail to put in the wall, you're hanging a picture and you just grab your shoe and nail it in there, and you had a hammer in the garage, but the heel of your shoe was available. That's what I'm talking about. Get close. God will grab an old heel and use him if he's close. What else y'all talking about? What was it like singing with the Gaither Polka Band with David Phelps and Guy Penrod? Loud. It was loud. Give a shout out to my son, Julian. You brighten his day every day. He's 35 and disabled. Oh, Julian, buddy. God bless you, Julian Wendell. Hope you're having a good day. I love listening to you and the Gaithers and Vestal Goodman, Mrs. Redneck Ranger says. Well, I love the Goodmans. And I love, Vestal. Oh, good night. I love Vestal. I'm so thankful that I got to know Vestal. And she knew me. We were friends. She cooked a coconut cake for me. And I'll tell you a secret, now that she's gone. The cake wasn't that good. I don't know if it was just that day or if it just wasn't really a good recipe. But I lied like a rug when I tasted it. Lord, y'all are going to know what a liar I am by the time this video's over. I lied to Mama about being in the nursing home. I lied to Vestal about how good her cake was. Lord, forgive me for lying so much. I remember at 6 in 1956 singing hymns at my grandparents' Baptist church. This is from Carol Scott. The Pentecostal church had lively songs that sang louder than we did and longer. And also, I loved singing with Guy Penrod and David Phelps. I don't want you to, but it was loud. And so I had to sing real loud too. Going out and back, and it does seem to help with the audio glitches. Thank you, Susan, for that word. Allison Mark was enjoying one of your first comedy presentations. Oh, Allison says she was. Lisa Cabral says, hard to hammer a nail into a wall if you're wearing stilettos. I bet it would be. If you can't aim good, that's for sure. What else y'all said? Pronounce Austin Winder, but everyone makes that mistake. I have a film production company and filmed a concert for Steve Green. He said it the same way. By the way, if you need any videos, shout, bud. Well, that's cool. I don't know that I need any. I don't know. You mean concert videos? Put a link in there to the Steve Green video and let me see it. I love the old but good songs and hymns. We have a blast singing, Abby Love says. Let me get to the bottom of the comments. Ever wish you were Pentecostal? Not really. Many women of the GBB did. I don't understand that question. I don't understand the question, Diney. You look like a handsome, fuzzy Cupid doll. What? Isn't that weird? Wonder why. I don't have any filters on here. Sometimes you got to say what you don't want to say. You're right, Memphis. Let me see here. Watching from Vancouver, Washington. Well, anyway, guys, I got on here 25 minutes ago just to see how you're doing. Check in on you over here on the on the YouTube, and make sure you've subscribed to this channel and give me a thumbs up and ring that bell for all notifications so you'll know when I'm live if you just stumbled upon this little chat we're having today. It's just a chat. Mark, let me see what else. I love your questions. Any other questions in here? Do you still have your M pillow? I don't know what that means. Oh, yes, Rebecca. The pillow did you make a pillow for me with M on it? Love you, Mark. You're such a oh, thank you. Music videos or live concert videos. Here's a link to one of the songs. Well, I don't see the link. Maybe it won't let you put a link in there. Go over to my Facebook page and see if it'll let you put the link in one of the comments over there. Where are you headed? Tonight, I'm headed to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I'm going to be performing for a Church of God event of senior citizens. I love the Church of God. Now, this is the Church of God, the tongue-talking Church of God. You know, there's the Gaither kind of Church of God. Church of God Anderson from Anderson, Indiana. Evidently, that must be their headquarters. That they don't speak in tongues. And they don't believe in the rapture. That's the main differences, I guess. And then the Church of God, Cleveland, from Cleveland, Tennessee, they're tongue-talking Church of God. And I think they do believe in the rapture. But anyway, I don't know when they split or how they split or why they split or if they split. Maybe they just chose the same name. But I'm with the tongue talkers tomorrow, and I love them. I love them. You know what? I just love old people. I think that's my favorite group to perform for. I loved the young people when I was young because I knew all the lingo and the way they talked and what they thought about. Now I'm 67 in June, and I know what old people think about, talk about, and they're easier to make laugh. Old people are so easy to make laugh. I'm telling you, they must just love to laugh. Is Colleen going to move to Virginia with me? No, she's not. She's from Houston and is going to stay there. I love Gloria's comment that the hymns are portable theology. Isn't that the truth, Carol Scott? Let's not let them fade away. They are portable theology. I tell you, when I had my MRI for my brain, back when around the time Rex Nealon died, I'll never forget it. I had to go get an MRI for my brain because they thought I had MS. And when that thing started clicking, you know, that noise, click, 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 and I started hyperventilating, thinking, oh no, what's wrong with my brain? And I started singing to myself because I didn't want to have to do this again. I'd already done it once, and they called me back for more pictures. And as the guy was sliding me in, I asked him, why do they need more pictures? And as he slid me in to that MRI machine where I could not do anything but lay there, he said, oh, they just want to rule out MS. And I started thinking, MS, what's MS? What's multiple sclerosis? I remembered the name of the disease, but I had no idea what it was or what it did to you. So while I was lying there, I started singing, blessed assurance, to myself. Jesus is mine. Click, 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 click. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of his Spirit, washed in his blood. And that just brought peace to me. I'm telling you, Gloria's right, Carol. The hymns are portable theology. You can take them with you. And they said I had MS. I told them I didn't, and it's been 20 years. When did Rex Nealon die? Somebody Google it. That's how long it's been. James Tripp, you're right. This is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. I'll praise my Savior. You know, even if you don't feel like it, you start praising Him or singing about Him, and you're going to feel better. You know, I think that's why it says, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say, rejoice. It's like you got to tell your soul to rejoice. You don't let it dictate you to you. You tell it. You will rejoice, and you will be glad about it. Like Mama used to tell me when I was a kid, Mark, you're going to be happy about it. Thank you, Kathy McGee. I appreciate that compliment. Hello, Mark. Is there anything that you adopted from singers like Jake, George, Glenn, Vestal, JD that you still do today? Well, I over-enunciate because I learned that from Evie. I loved Evie Tornquist. And from her, I learned to over-enunciate every word when you're singing so no one has to wonder what you are singing about. Now, it's very strange if you do this while you are talking. But when you sing, enunciate. Man, please. Every singer that's watching me right now or possibly will watch this, please enunciate. Us old people have trouble hearing as it is. And we know you can do licks. We know you're fancy. But save the licks for the last chorus when you really want to drive your point home. Don't, do all your licks in the first verse and then nobody's impressed by the time you get to the last chorus because you've done everything you know. Okay, from JD, not singing, no. Jake, he over-enunciated too, but not really. Not singing. I mean, I don't remember recalling, I need to remember that. When I was a kid, I would try to hold a note as long as Barbra Streisand did, because she could hold a note for about 2 or 3 days, and I would try to hold them as long as she did, just to see if I could. And now I can hold a note for about 2 or 3 days, which I'm happy about. I like it. It may not sound that good, but boy, I can hold them. I see you, but your audio is cutting out most of the time. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Maybe I've got a bad signal. I don't know. Okay, well, I will see y'all when I see you. I don't know how to turn this off on the old, yeah, here we go.